button. A sold-out crowd in the Humphrey Coliseum. The Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the top-ranked, top-5 Alabama team in the nation. Alongside Charlie Curley, I'm John Wesley Cochran. So, Charlie, Mississippi State comes back home to the Humphrey Coliseum after a 2-game road stretch. They fall to a top-5 team in the nation in Tennessee, but they come away with a SEC road win against South Carolina.
Yeah, this Mississippi State team has had a gauntlet, and it doesn't get any easier down this stretch. Luckily, we got Bama at home here tonight, hoping for a big-time Mississippi State victory as they are about to walk down the stairs now, but we're expecting big things from Josh Hubbard tonight. He's had some shooting woes these past few weeks, especially after that tough Kentucky loss, but hoping for a big game today. We've heard from practice, yesterday's practice especially, his confidence is through the roof. Apparently yesterday's practice, he was making everything. He didn't miss all practice long. So hoping that carries over into this big game today here at Humphrey Coliseum.
Yes, Josh Hubbard started off at an unbelievable mark. He was shooting over 50% from three-point range for a long time at the early part of the season. He's since then has cooled off. We're looking for big things with Josh Hubbard tonight against Alabama. So, speaking of good shooting point guards, in Mark Sears, he's arguably one of the best point guards in the SEC.
Yeah, I think he's not only in the SEC but in the country. Mark Sears, this guy can score at all three levels. Lights out shooter, can finish around the rim. He's similar to Hubbard, not a very big guy, but nothing to underestimate. He can score at all three levels.
Yes, and speaking of guys that can score at all three levels, this is a very big team with Alabama as they have a lot of depth, and we've seen that as a bunch of guys are able to score all across the board. Like we were talking about before the broadcast, Charlie was saying that multiple guys, even on the bench, are averaging 10-plus points a game. So it should be a very interesting ball game between Mississippi State and Alabama. We are just moments away from hearing starting lineups. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back for starting lineups. Listening to Mississippi State basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we welcome you back out to the Humphrey Coliseum as we are just moments away from tip-off. Looking at the Alabama starting lineup, we have at point guard Mark Sears, at the 2 Grant Nelson, our small forward Chris Youngblood, Clifford Amori, our power forward, and Jaron Stevenson, the power forward. At center, we have Jaron Stevenson, and that is our starting 5 for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Yeah, for Mississippi State, Claudio Harris Jr., the guard, paired with Josh Hubbard. Number 4, Cam Matthews as the forward, RJ Melendez as the forward, and then at center, Michael Nwoko. It's going to be a big game. The energy is absolutely electric as we're about to get tipped off here in Starkville, Mississippi.
Yeah, and Charlie, Chris Jans has proven time in and time out that this can be a starting lineup that is different each and every game.
Yeah, they swapped a ton early in the season. It was a new starting lineup every game. This has kind of been the most consistent lineup we've seen all season long, but you're exactly right. We have a lot. I mean, our bench depth is crazy. We have plenty of guys on the bench that could easily start. I mean, Keyshawn, Riley Kugel, plenty of guys that could easily get some starting minutes that come off the bench for Mississippi State.
Yeah, Riley Kugel, speaking of guys that can give energy, Riley Kugel has done exactly that the past 2 games. His leading scorer last game against South Carolina, scored 19 points, led the Bulldogs in scoring right there. And he has been kind of that extra boost that we've needed while Josh Hubbard has been in a shooting slump over the past few games. And we're going to step aside in just a few minutes. We'll be back for the tip-off. You're listening to Mississippi State Basketball, the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And the crowd is rocking already. Just about to get started here in Starkville, Mississippi. And Charlie, there's very, very few seats that are open here tonight.
Yeah, if they're open, they'll be getting filled. You can still see a few people walking down, but for looking around right now, almost every single seat in this building is packed out and full. And this atmosphere is electric right now. I'm pumped for this one. This is going to be a good one.
Yes, Mississippi State and the entire fans tonight all wearing black, the blackout theme. Alabama in their white jerseys, and the tip-off is underway. Michael Nwoko sends it back to Josh Hubbard. Bulldogs moving right to left. Hubbard swings over to Claudell Harris. Claudell, left side in the corner, kicks it back to Nwoko. Now RJ Melendez lob to Nwoko, deflected. Now Alabama possession. Now at the top of the key, with Alabama. Nelson, dribble handoff and stolen by R.J. Melendez. R.J. Melendez on the fast break, goes up strong and blocked, but Michael Nwoko recovers in a slam dunk. Now Sears moving fast on the fast break. Closely guarded by Cam Matthews, throws up a prayer to the back to Youngblood for three and drills it.
It's a great pass from Mark Sears. Cross-court pass, great shot.
3-2, Alabama. Hubbard, right wing, sends it back to Matthews at the top. Now Matthews one-on-one, sends it back to Nwoko at the top of the key. Nwoko dribble handoff to Hubbard, takes the screen. Hubbard pulls up for three, drills it.
And
Josh Hubbard with the three-pointer starting off strong.
That's a good sight to see. Great sight to see here for Mississippi State.
Sears drives in the lane, kicks it up to the top to Nelson, back over to Youngblood, back up top to Nelson. Jab step, sends it back over to Stevenson, off the back iron, rebound to Nwoko. Now Josh Hubbard moving the tempo. Now right wing, sends it back over to the left wing. Dribble, he's going to take another three-pointer, drills it! Josh Hubbard, 2 for 2 already, 8-3, Mississippi State, 18:20 to go in the first half.
Josh Hubbard feeling it early. We said practice he was feeling confident. That's 2 straight threes for Josh Hubbard.
Josh Hubbard is feeling it now. Youngblood kicks it to Nelson. Nelson corner three, off the back. That goes out of bounds, and Mississippi State ball.
Man,
this crowd's electric already.
This place is rocking, and I think we're about to see a Josh Hubbard heat check. If I was a betting man, and if he makes this shot, this place will go ballistic.
Josh Hubbard already with 6 points, 2 3-pointers, one on the right wing, one on the left wing. Now Josh Hubbard takes a screen from Nwoko. He's going to drive, has a shot fake, kicks it over, dribble handoff to Claudel Harris. Claudel Harris wrapping around the screen, bumps off, and an offensive foul called on Claudel Harris. You could tell a little bit of a slight extension of the arm.
Yeah, as much as the crowd's booing, that's the right call. Claudel put his shoulder, extended his arm into Mark Sears. Really easy call for the refs, and it's the right call.
And the first foul of the game is on Claudel Harris. Chris Jan's going to substitute very early in this game. Riley Kugel checks in. Keyshawn Murphy as well checks in for Michael Nwoko. So now Sears with the bounce pass to Nelson, and Nelson with the one-hand jam.
Yeah, complete miscommunication on defense. Nelson had a free run at the rim and slams it home.
So now Josh Hubbard, left wing, dribble handoff to a bounce pass rather to R.J. Melendez. Melendez hiding around the screen. Drop step, sends it inside to Keyshawn Murphy. Murphy, a mid-range pull-up off the back iron. Rebound, Matthews up with the layup and in.
Got guys falling all over the place, and Cam Matthews came up with it and scored. Bama had guys falling all over.
Yeah, 10-5, Mississippi State, 17 to go in the first. Now Stevenson, swing pass to Youngblood. Now top of the key to Nelson. Nelson back over to Maury. Maury back up top to Sears. Sears driving baseline. He gets stopped by Josh Hubbard. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back at the top of the key to Youngblood. Youngblood swings it over to Stevenson. Youngblood going to take a 3 with 3 on the shot clock. Off the front iron. Rebound Nelson. Pump fake. And stolen by Cam Matthews. Cam Matthews on the fast break. He's slowing down a little bit. Sends it over to Melendez. Corner 3. Kugel just short. Now Alabama ball. Sears with on the fast break. He's going to drive inside the lane. Kicks it to Stevenson for a corner 3-pointer. Off the front iron. Rebound Kugel.
State's defense is looking really good right now. Here comes RJ.
Melendez with a runner is fouled, and we'll have 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, we got out in transition there. Caught Alabama lacking. RJ gets it out. Quick to the rim. Almost got the end one there, but we'll have 2 free throws.
Great effort by R.J. Melendez to attack the rim. He will have 2 shots at the line.
Looks like Michael Nwoko and Sean Jones Jr. going to check into the game here. Interesting seeing how quick Chris Jans is to sub so far. Trying to keep guys fresh, keep the legs fresh, keep everything going. Josh Hubbard obviously not going to come out of the game anytime soon, but
yeah, Chris Jans trying to keep up with this Alabama squad. And Mississippi State has a lot of depth, but a lot of guys are are banged up midway through the season and through a lot of SEC games already. Pretty rough play. RJ Melendez misses the second one, makes the first 11-5. Mississippi State up by 6. Now top of the key with Phylon. Now in the hands of Sherrell. Sherrell back over to Sears. Sears closely guarded by Hubbard. Takes a screen. Swings it over to Youngblood. Now Phylon drives inside the lane. Up top to Sherrill, and he's blocked. Gets his own rebound and goes back up with it. And appears a timeout on the floor. Not exactly sure what the official called right there.
Seems like some water may have spilled on the court or something.
So a timeout taken on the floor. We're going to step aside. Mississippi State up 11-7, 15:48 to go. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we are back, 11-7. Bulldogs on top of the Crimson Tide. 15:48 to go here in the first half. And Mississippi State looking good already here in the first half.
Yeah, Josh Hubbard on fire, making some great passes, great plays. Other guys got to help out Hub here. He's been our offense.
So now top of the key with Keyshawn Murphy. Dribble handoff to Nwoku. Nwoku handoff to Hubbard. Hubbard's going to take a three-pointer off the glass. Fighting for it is Sears. He finally gets the rebound. And Sean Jones is called for the foul. second foul of the game for Mississippi State.
Yeah, that was definitely that heat check that I was talking about from Hubbard there. Contested, guys in his face. Probably shouldn't have taken that, but when you make 2 in a row like that, I don't blame him. And then not a great foul there from Sean Jones.
So now top of the key with Phylon. He's going to take a screen from Diabate. Closely guarded by Murphy. Now, pass over to Holloway. Holloway over to Sherrill. Sherrill back in the hands of Sears. Swing pass. Now Phylon going to take a three-pointer. Drills it.
Yeah, great ball movement there. We tried the double team trap up top. They broke out of it. 2 swing passes, had a wide open 3.
Bama makes the extra pass. Now 11-10. Cut it to a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs. Now Michael Nwoku, right wing. Hand off to Hubbard. Hubbard, shot fake. He's going to drive in floater. A foul called on the floor before the shot. There was a foul called on Phylon.
Yeah.
But it'll be a Mississippi State ball underneath the basket.
Yeah, that was a great little pick and roll there. Hub actually, great floater up and in. Normally that's a shot he misses as of recent, but that was a beautiful floater up and in. But foul cancels it out, and Hub and Nwoku come off. Claudel and Cam come in.
So inbound pass to Keyshawn Murphy on the left corner. Now dribble handoff to Riley Kugel. A pick and roll into Murphy. Makes the extra pass to Sean Jones for the easy layup.
What a pass from Keyshawn. The no look behind the dude over to Sean Jones. Easy bucket.
So now Holloway on the offense for Alabama. Now Sears swing pass over to Holloway. Holloway doesn't take the screen. He's going to reverse layup. Not enough on the glass, but a tip in at the last second from Aiden Sherrill. Tips it in, now 13-12.
Yeah, great tip in there from Sherrill. Right place, the right time.
Claudel Harris drives inside the lane. Closely guarded by Sears. Now, Keyshawn Murphy does a spin, but kicks it back out to Cam Matthews. Riley Kugel, a mid-range pull-up, drills it. Riley Kugel with his first points of the night.
That's one thing from Mississippi State you don't see often. It's a mid-range jumper. It's normally layups and threes, but right there, got to a spot, pulled up close to the elbow, and nothing but butter.
Riley Kugel, a 3-level score. Now Sears going to take a long three-pointer off the back iron, bounced way up in the air. Now Claudel Harris with the fast break. Now on the right wing, takes a screen from Murphy, drives inside the lane, kicks it back out to Matthews. Now on the post with Murphy. Murphy going to work, dribbles back down, reverse layup, and rattles in.
Filthy move. Filthy move from Keyshawn Murphy there, up and under. Beautiful.
Now at the top of the key with Sherrill. Now Sears snakes around the screen. A three-pointer from Holloway, drills it, and gets the foul call from the referee. So now Sears will have a chance for a 4-point play.
I'm trying to see the replay here. He obviously fell, but I'm not sure if there was legitimate contact or if it was a little bit of floppage. Looked like Claudel may have prevented him from landing, which would mean it is a foul. Nonetheless, a great shot and an opportunity for an N1. And that's what Mark Sears does so good, was just the swerving in and out in the paint, and then you get so caught up in it, you forget there's other guys in the court. It was an easy kick out, and he was wide open.
Excuse me on that. Aiden Holloway with the 4-point play, and he connects on the free throw, so that makes it 17-6. Mississippi State still with the 1-point lead. They've led every second of the game so far. Now, dribble handoff to Riley Kugel from Sean Jones. Now, Matthews at the elbow. Dribbles inside. A bounce pass inside to Nwoku with the mini hook and drills it.
That's been a shot Nwoku struggled with recently, but man, that was pure. Looked really good.
Baby hook from Nwoku. Now top of the key over to Amori. Sears takes the screen. Inside, floater. A little bit of a shove, but no foul called. 19-18. Now Hubbard, left wing. Hand off to Matthews. Now Kugel thought about a three-pointer. Back over to Matthews, right wing. Dribble handoff to Hubbard. Ooh, thought about a three. He's going to take a mid-range pull-up. And rattles out. Back to Kugel. Step back three. Thought about it. Now in the post, Michael Nwoku Akeem Olajuwon move right there with the up and under, but blocked. Now Holloway with a three-pointer rattles out. Rebound, Sean Jones Jr. Great rebound, great box out.
Yeah, great rebound there from Sean Jones. Undersized guy there, but boxed him out really well, grabbed the board.
Now Josh Hubbard at the left wing. Gets it to the right wing to Michael Iwoku, closely guarded by Philon. Gonna take a layup and finds the bottom of the basket.
Great move there from
Great
Hub.
layup.
Super quick there to the rim.
So now Philon at the top of the key. Takes a screen from Sherrill. Kicks it over to Holloway. Holloway guarded by Sean Jones Jr. 15 on the shot clock. Back over to Sherrill. Sherrill fakes the pass and finds the reverse layup.
Yeah, no one close to him. A really easy layup. He turned around thinking there was going to be a body on him, and he realized there's not a soul in sight.
Great move from Amari. Now Hubbard, step back three, thought about it, but fouled as he tried to attempt to make a pass to Riley Kugel.
Would have liked to have seen Hub shoot that there. He hesitated, and because he hesitated, a guy got up on him. And John Wesley, this game has been physical towards the start of it, man. A lot of bodies against each other, a lot of fouls, but a lot of things letting them play, especially that offensive foul there down on when Alabama had the ball. Kugel got shoved, but they let him play. So
this has been a very back and forth game so far. Mississippi State has been able to knock down shots, lots of mid-range jump shots, more than we suspected today. But Alabama just keeps on responding.
Yeah, it's a game of momentum, and Alabama's doing a really, really good job of keeping this crowd out of it. Whenever Mississippi State makes a big-time shot or gets going, Bama always responds, and so that's what you got to do when you're playing away in the SEC. You've got to find a way to keep the crowd as tame as possible, and so far Bama's done a near-perfect job of that.
That's right. An awesome game so far. 2 top 15 teams in the country here with a late tip-off in Starkville, Mississippi. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back after the timeout. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball with the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we are back. Mississippi State up by 1 point, 21-20. 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Mississippi State has made 5 of their last 7 field goals. We're going to keep up the momentum here in the last back half of the first half.
Yeah, Delquan Warren here in the game, someone who normally doesn't get many minutes, but with Claudel in foul trouble early.
Hubbard going to take another three-pointer. Off the front iron, bounced high. Almost fell. So now Alabama basketball. Youngblood thought about a three-pointer. Kicks it back up to Nelson. Swing pass to Holloway. Holloway guarded by Nwoku, 17 on the shot clock. Swing pass from Youngblood back to Holloway. Youngblood going to take a three-pointer and finds the bottom of the basket. Great three-pointer from Youngblood. Now Delquan Warren takes a screen from Nwoku. Bulldogs down by 2, first lead of the game for Alabama. A missed layup from Michael Nwoku, rebound Alabama.
It's got to be a foul there. Lots of contact.
Nelson, top of the key, takes a screen from Amari. Kick pass over to Holloway. Holloway, bad pass, bobbled it off the hands of Matthews. Going to take a three-pointer, blocked by Delquan Warren. Now Hubbard, transition, guarded by Nelson. He's going to take a screen from Nwoku. Swing pass over to Matthews. Matthews going to drive inside the lane with a layup. Right hand, fouled. And Cam Matthews will have 2 shots at the charity stripe for the Bulldogs.
Love that play there from Cam. Got the ball on the right wing. Saw it was one-on-one with a bigger defender. Knew he could drive past him and did so. Gets the foul. Needs to knock these down. But on the other end, a struggle Mississippi State has been perimeter defense. And right there, I mean, yes, he's a foot behind the three-point line. It's a deep three, but you've got to put a hand up and contest because our hands were down. He pulled up, and especially in modern-day basketball, any three-pointer from any range is a bucket for majority of people in the league.
No doubt about that. This has been a team that has struggled to contest in the past few games. So now a few Bulldogs chugging it into the game. Michael Nwoku and Sean Jones Jr. are going to take a seat. So now Keyshawn Murphy, Cam Matthews, Delquan Warren, Hubbard, and Melendez. And Cam Matthews knocks down the second one. So Bulldogs 50% on the day. Swing pass to Nelson in the corner. Drives baseline. Out of bounds. Last touch by Cam Matthews. And this crowd is not happy about that call.
Yeah, I couldn't see it. The goal's blocking my vision, but they think it's 100% our ball. And I'm trying to see the replay here. It was right off the leg. It was a horrendous call.
Now inbound pass to Youngblood. This crowd is not happy after that call. So now top of the key to Nelson. Swing pass to Sears. Sears over to Amari at the top of the key. Now Reed over to Nelson. Going to take a three. Rolls off the back. Now Reed going to drive inside the lane. Great defense and contest from Matthews, but a tough layup up and in for Alabama. 25-22. Crimson Tide with a 3-point lead.
No one guarding him there. Had a free run at the rim. And then there was a late contest, but it was too late.
Now high post with Keyshawn Murphy. A shake and bake off the backboard left side. Hubbard thought about a three. Drives inside the middle of the lane. Kicks back out to Delquan Warren. Now Hubbard going to take a long three-pointer off the back iron. Rebound Alabama. So now Sears on the fast break. Left side, he's going to drive right past Warren. A bad pass off the front of the rim. No foul called after that. With the rebound from Delquan Warren. Wide open three-pointer. Hubbard off the back iron. Off the mark completely. And Hubbard starts off very hot, but has cooled off since then.
Yeah, Hub started off 2 for 2, and since then has not made a shot besides that layup. Took a deep three there and airballed. He looks a little winded, hands on hips, but he's not coming out. So we'll see. But on the other end, good defensive possession there. But we've got to get this crowd into it. And Bama has done such a good job of keeping this crowd out of it.
Mississippi State 1 of 8 in the last field goals, and Sears drives left baseline, fouled by Riley Kugel. And so far, this has been some very interesting calls.
Yeah, they are
on both sides of the ball.
They are being very picky, choosy with what they're calling there. They call that, but then they don't call the one where Delquan literally gets manhandled.
So now top of the key to Stevenson. And a jump ball was called. Drives baseline.
And I mean, he took 3 steps before there was any contact. Jump ball's better than nothing, but that's 100% a travel.
So the jump ball is now an inbound pass underneath the basket. So Thielen, inbound pass to Stevenson. Stevenson kick back out to Thielen in the corner. Now top of the key with Thielen. Youngblood drives inside the lane. No travel called. Off the back iron, rebound Melendez on a fast break. 3v2. Melendez, left side, right hand finish.
There we go. Get the crowd back into it. What a finish from RJ. Drives left, finishes with the right hand. We got to get the crowd into it right here.
24-25. Alabama with a 1-point lead. A pass inside to Nelson with the easy layup.
And that's just too easy. Mark Sears draws 2 defenders, leaves Nelson wide open under the rim.
So now Alabama up by 3, 27-24. Matthews at the top of the key, handoff to Hubbard. Hubbard thought about a 3. Now at the free throw line. Trying to find an open man. Pass to Matthews. Matthews kicks outside to Hubbard with a corner three. Pump fake. Takes the three-pointer. Drills it. Yes, sir.
Needed to see that. Pump fake. Got the guy jumping. Knocks down the three to tie this game up. Big shot from Hub.
Josh Hubbard. Tough basket and a beautiful pass from Mark Sears inside to Nelson.
It's the quick answers from Alabama. They're catching us off guard. Sears goes down, and Nelson again wide open under the rim.
And a foul called on Youngblood. That'll take us to immediate timeout. Mississippi State closes the gap, down by 2. Alabama up 29-27 with 7 minutes to go in the first half. We're going to step aside. Mississippi State basketball on Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we are back. 7 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the first half. Mississippi State closes the gap with a big three-pointer from Josh Hubbard. Now down by 2 points.
Yeah, Josh Hubbard started off 2 for 2, then went cold for a little bit. That was a big-time shot there to bring it back within 2. We need to get this crowd into it. I've been saying it, but we have this packed-out crowd. But Bama has done an incredible job of just keeping the crowd out of it, always responding after a big bucket. So we need to get a bucket on offense and get a stop on defense to get this crowd really going.
And it's really been the easy layups for Alabama. Lots of pick and roll that have just been wide open, miscommunication from Mississippi State. and just being quick to the jump on the fast break.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of getting out once a bucket's made from State. State will make a bucket, and they'll be so quick to get out, catches their defense off guard.
So now inbound pass underneath the basket. RJ Melendez corner three-pointer. Hit off of the backboard. Now rebound Alabama. Mark Sears on the fast break. Guarded by Melendez. Swing pass, corner three to Stevenson. Off the front iron, rebound Alabama.
We just can't live with that. Wide open threes. Doesn't
Mark
matter.
Sears with a three-pointer. Off the back, another offensive rebound for Alabama. So now top with Phylon. Takes a screen. Double team inbound to Stevenson. Kick pass to Youngblood for another three-pointer.
Yeah, I mean, 2 offensive rebounds. They're bound to get a bucket. Our defense is all over the place. We've got to find a groove here defensively.
So now Josh Hubbard, top of the key. Swing pass over to Matthews. Now left wing, Sean Jones Jr. Into the mid-post to Keyshawn Murphy. Good defense by Sears now. Back at the right wing with Hubbard. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Again, takes the screen from Murphy, and a moving screen called on Cam Matthews. And it'll be Alabama ball after the foul.
It was right call. You can see very clearly Cam is not set at all. Got to get a stop here defensively. Bama is tearing us apart. It's the drive, it's the penetrations, it's the quick passes. They're getting whatever they want offensively right now.
So now Alabama up by 5, the largest lead of the game for Alabama. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Now at the right elbow, swing pass over to Youngblood. Youngblood drives baseline. Deflected off the hand of Matthews, and a foul called on Cam Matthews.
An extremely late call, I might add. They called that after we had the rebounds. But again, it's that pass to the corner, wide open three. Chose not to take it, instead drove. State's got to settle down here. They're getting beat all over, especially in the corners. These driving kicks in the corners, and there's no defender near him.
So now Youngblood, after he drives baseline for the layup, fouled by Cam Matthews, has 2 shots at the charity stripe. And the first one rattles out.
And this State crowd is waiting to get going. Even with a missed free throw, they're getting loud. This crowd wants to be electric. They want to be loud, but they need a run from State to do so. And Bama's doing a great job of preventing that from happening.
Both teams 50% from the free throw line so far in this game. So now Youngblood, a graduate student for Alabama, with the second one. Bounces off the back iron, and that's what we like to say, a ball don't lie. Now Josh Hubbard on the fast break. Closely guarded. A layup is blocked and sent into the stands by Diabate. And that's just what is going to happen when a 5'10 point guard goes up against a 6'7 forward like that driving into the lane.
Yeah, Josh Hubbard normally really good at getting there quickly to the rim, but not that time. Great block.
Inbound underneath the basket. Finds a Melendez. And a foul called. Appears to be on Sears.
Yeah, RJ Melendez had him sealed off, and Sears was trying to fight back around him. Sears is claiming that RJ hooked him with his arm, but nonetheless, foul on Sears.
So fairly even so far in the foul category. 6 fouls for both teams here in the first half. 5:45 to go. Mississippi State 27, Alabama 32. Now Riley Kugel at the elbow off the front iron. Now fast break for Phylon. Mark Sears going to take a deep three-pointer and finds the bottom of the basket.
Yeah,
and this Alabama team is heating up, and they've stretched this lead out to 8 points.
Yeah, I don't like the shot at all from Kugel there. Inbounds the ball and instantly takes that basic, almost a three-pointer, but just inside, the deepest 2 possible. One of the worst shots in basketball. Front rim. These guys get out on yet another fast break, and our defense, our transition defense, is nowhere to be found. Leaves Mark Sears with a wide-open triple.
So all within a minute and 45, Alabama goes on an 8-0 run, and Mississippi State just can't buy a basket here within this stretch. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we are back with 5.5 minutes to go. Riley Kugel at the top of the key. Behind the back, swings it over to Hubbard, and Hubbard slipped, and Hubbard is in pain
And that's
at the end of that play.
That's about the worst thing we could see right now is Hubbard down and Hubbard hurting, and now they're asking for trainers. Looks like he slipped right in the corner.
I'm not exactly sure if that's a lower body injury or if he's reaching at his head. But this is the last thing that you want to see from Mississippi State right now. And you can just about hear a pin drop here in the Humphrey Coliseum.
I'm thinking it's a left leg injury just based off of what I'm seeing. Right leg's moving fine, but he hasn't moved that left leg yet. And I mean, this is an injury that we cannot afford for Mississippi State. He's sitting up now. Hopefully, just a little tweak. And that's what it looks like. Well, he's actually not putting any pressure on that left leg. So hopefully they evaluate. Hopefully nothing serious, but nonetheless, Josh Hubbard likely out for the game.
Yeah, Josh Hubbard is left arm around the trainer's neck and is just hobbling over towards the sideline. The last thing Mississippi State needs. So now with that, the next man up for Mississippi State. Now with the lineup, we have Sean Jones Jr., Riley Kugel, Claudel Harris, R.J. Melendez, Michael Nwoko. Bulldogs down by 8 points. A scoring drought of nearly over 2 minutes for the Bulldogs. Now inbound pass to Mark Sears. Sears at the top of the key. A bounce pass over to Holloway. Holloway takes a screen from Youngblood and out of bounds off the hand of Michael Nwoko. It'll be an inbound pass underneath the basket with 14 seconds on the shot clock for Alabama.
Yeah, great hands there from Nwoko to knock the ball free from Sears.
So inbound pass to Diabate. Back it over to Phylon. Drives baseline. Tries to find Youngblood. And it is appears to be out of bounds on Alabama.
And Sean Jones fell there as well, slow to get up, and he's still hobbling a little bit. Looks like he went up to block the shot and just fell. So hopefully he's okay. He's staying on the court, but Nwoko comes out, Keyshawn comes in. We're trying to get some scoring up here. No hub in the game. We've got to find someone to take over this offense, as he had over 80% of our points.
So now bounce pass to Sean Jones. Now Claudel Harris. Now at the right elbow, Melendez. Left elbow to Keyshawn Murphy. Now Claudel Harris, right wing. Swings it back over to Kugel. Kugel at the left wing. Back over to Melendez, top of the key. Takes a screen from Murphy. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Claudel Harris going to throw up a three-pointer and finds the bottom. Yes, sir.
Big-time shot there from Claudel at the end of the shot clock. Great defense from Bama for the entirety of it, but jumped and an easy three.
Now swing pass to Diabate, top of the key with Holloway. Off the mark. Rebound Sears. Goes back up with the easy layup.
And that's one thing you cannot allow, is their smallest guy in the court to get an offensive rebound underneath and get a free bucket and silence the crowd.
So now Riley Kugel, left wing. Back over a bad bounce pass, an easy steal for Alabama. Now Mark Sears goes up. Off the mark, blocked by Kugel, and a foul called on Murphy.
State did a great job there of getting back on defense after the bad pass from Kugel, but then Mark Sears yet another offensive rebound underneath with Keyshawn and RJ underneath. You cannot allow that. Mark Sears is barely 5'10", and he just had back-to-back offensive rebounds.
And so far, Mississippi State is being out-rebounded. Usually that has not been the case here in the past few games, but Mississippi State already out-rebounded by 5 points, and that has been the tell. Alabama has had many second-chance points so far in this game, and that has made the difference. So with that, we're going to step aside, and we'll be back here in a few minutes with 3:55 to go. Alabama up by 7, 37-30. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. Bulldogs down by 7, 3:55 to go here in the first half. After a foul by Sean Jones Jr., a 1-1 now for the point guard Mark Sears. And the first one rattles out, rebound Melendez.
Big time rebound. We need him. That's what we need more of.
Melendez kicks over to Sean Jones Jr. for the left wing three. And that is a little too strong. Rebound Alabama. So now Philon takes a screen. A left-handed layup rattles out. Rebound Alabama. And Bulldogs come away with it after the steal. So now RJ Melendez on the fast break. Claudel Harris, right wing, back over to Melendez. Takes a screen from Sean Jones Jr. Back over to Sean Jones. Sean Jones takes a screen from Murphy. Pick and roll back inside. Takes up but strong and an easy lay. 32-37. 3:10 to go here in the first half. Mark Sears drives left baseline. Back over to Holloway. The three-pointer rattles out. Rebound Murphy.
And here's the one we're talking about, but we can't allow another open three like that. We got away with one there.
So now Claudel Harris, top of the key. Inside to Murphy. Guarded by Philon. And Philon tried to backpick Murphy. Gets called for the foul. And so that foul will bring up a 1-on-1 for the Bulldogs.
And here comes Hubbard. He's back.
And this crowd is electric. Exactly what you want to see with your star player back in the game after what we thought might have been Hubbard out for the rest of the game. Looks like Hubbard went back in the locker room, got the ankle taped up, and he's ready to go.
Yeah, it looks serious, just how his initial fall and putting zero pressure on it, but looks good right now. Doesn't look like there's any limp at all. Maybe just a little tweak. He had to get worked out. But this sounds crazy, but him going out really made players step up offensively. Keyshawn has been big time here in Hubbard's exit, creating his own shot. And so maybe this has built some confidence for these other guys that we are still in. It feels kind of gloomy right now. The crowd hasn't been in it, but we're only down 4, potentially 3 points here.
And the second free throw is off the mark for Murphy. Knocks down the first one. Now Mark Sears, right wing. Pass over to Nelson. Nelson top of the key, guarded by Murphy. Inbound pass to Stevenson. Off the mark. Rebound Murphy. Now Delquan Warren, right wing. Takes a screen from Murphy. Goes up with a layup. Double pumps and finds the basket.
Keyshawn's in a groove right now. He is making it look easy. We got to get one more stop defensively here.
So Mark Sears drives in with the right inside the lane. Rebound by Murphy. And a jump ball called. Last jump ball went to Alabama. And now Mississippi State with the ball. And this is exactly the run that Mississippi State needed.
I've been saying it all game long. We needed a run to get this crowd into it, and here it is. I believe it's a 5-0 run right now. Ball back with a chance to tie or take the lead. This is going our way now. The crowd's into it. This is exactly what we need. Huge stop defensively there.
And the momentum before halftime largely dictates how Mississippi State's going to play for the rest of the game. So pass at the top of the key to R.J. Melendez. Hubbard on the left wing, drives in with a left-handed layup.
And his ankle looks fine to me. That was a quick move to the basket, an easy finish. State ties it up.
Tie ball game, 37-37. Under 2 minutes to go. Inbound pass. Youngblood kicks it out to Nelson, drives in. Deflected off of Sean Jones, foul called by Josh Hubbard as the bounce pass inside to Diabate.
It was a foul. Hubbard tried to get that steal. It was a clumsy pass. Hubbard a little too aggressive with it. Clearly all over the back. 2 free throws coming up, but State tied the game back up. Big time.
It's big time for Mississippi State. Josh Hubbard back in the game, already with 13 points. 5-11 from the field. Now Mohamed Diabate with the free throw, the 1-and-1. And he nothing but net on that shot. And that makes it a 38-37 1-point lead for Alabama.
State shooting well from the floor, 50%, but free throws all season long have hurt us. We're 50% from the line, which is not good.
Diabate off the back iron. Last touched by Alabama, out of bounds. So Mississippi State catches a break. So now Alabama up by 1, 38-37, 1:43 to go. Josh Hubbard leading this Bulldog team, closing out the first half. Josh Hubbard left wing, and this crowd is into it. Josh Hubbard kicks it over to Melendez. Melendez, dribble handoff to Hubbard, right wing. Hubbard drives right side baseline, retreats, dribbles, kicks it outside to Delquan Warren as he kicks it inside. A nice pass to Sean Jones Jr. for the slam dunk. Bulldogs take the lead, 39-38.
Delquan's been getting some quality minutes with Claudel in foul trouble. That was a beautiful pass.
Now kick pass inside to Diabate. Youngblood with a three-pointer to silence the crowd.
And that's what you can't allow. It's what we've given up all game long. We get a nice bucket, get some momentum, and we let up a three. We got to contest that no matter how deep it is. That's another deep three, but we've got to put a hand up on it.
41-39. Alabama up by 2, 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. Hubbard, top of the key, guarded by Nelson. Hubbard and Murphy alone on the left side. Hubbard into Murphy in the post. Guarded by Nelson. Goes up strong with a right-handed hook off the back iron. Rebound Alabama. Now Mark Sears, right wing. Crimson Tide moving left to right. They'll have the final shot. And Alabama's going to call a timeout with 16 seconds remaining here in the first half. Up by 2 points. Mississippi State can't seal the basket to close the half with Murphy. Not the ideal way to finish a game, or finish the first half, rather, but still make it a close game.
Yeah, Murphy had the one-on-one with Nelson. He liked the matchup. He asked for that screen so he could get that matchup. Made a good move, just off the mark. We need a big stop here. I don't want to see a three-pointer going into the half. That's what they're going to hope for here. They're definitely running a play, probably to get Youngblood. Youngblood's been shooting the ball extremely well, 4 for 6 from the field with 12 points. So he's been the hot hand, 4 for 5 from three-point land as well. So he's on fire. They're definitely going to draw up something to try and get him a look. And he's been the guy he's been taking them from deep. These are deep threes he's been making. But that goes to show you, if you're State, you've got to put a hand up. You've got to contest everywhere. This is not just a right at the three-point line. It's got to be even out deep where Youngblood's been shooting them. So we need to stop here for Mississippi State.
So players finally back on the court after the timeout. Alabama will have the ball. Mark Sears at the top of the key, guarded by the best defender on the floor, Sean Jones Jr. 10 seconds on the game clock. Bounce pass inside to Nelson and fouled, and we'll have another shot at the line. Grant Nelson makes the basket and has a free throw with 5 seconds to go.
And that is one of the worst things that could have happened. Pressure Sears up top, the screen and roll, and no one accounted for the roll at all. He had a free run to the rim, and then we tried to contest at the rim and had a horrible foul. He's a big man. He's going to make that regardless of what you do. Might as well let him make it and get down there and score. Try and score.
Grant Nelson has definitely been a reliable option down the stretch for Alabama. Had 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists against LSU last time out. His free throw is nothing but net. So now Alabama up by 5 with 5 seconds to go here in the first half. We'll see what Jans has to draw up here in the final seconds. Now Hubbard, left wing. He's going to take a screen from Murphy. He's going to try to get to a spot, a long-range three-pointer off the mark, and that'll be the final first half. Alabama up by 5, 44-39 to close out this first half. And Charlie, we thought that we were going to be down with Hubbard there for a second. Glad to see Hubbard's back, but this Bulldogs team is lacking on defense and needs to step up here to make a run here in the second half.
Yeah, offenses look fine. Offense is getting good shots, getting good looks. We're shooting 48% from the field, so that's not the problem. It's defensively. We're giving up offensive rebounds. We're giving up easy buckets. I mean, there's been so many wide-open threes, easy underneath wide-open layups, so it's just we have got to find a rhythm defensively, and I'm sure that's what Jans is going to be preaching in the locker room.
Yes, too many wide-open three-pointers, wide-open layups for that matter. Interested to see the adjustments that Mississippi State makes. Well, with that being said, we're going to step aside, and we will be back for the start of the second half to watch Mississippi State make a run and try to take a top 5 win here against Alabama. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball with the Bulldog Student Sports Network. And we are back. The start of the second half. Mississippi State looking to take down the number 5 team in the nation in the Alabama Crimson Tide here at home in this late night match. And Charlie, this crowd is here to stay the rest of the night.
Yeah, this crowd's still just as packed. Down 5. We've got to make a run at it. It starts one stop at a time.
Now Grant Nelson inside the lane with the tough layup contested by R.J. Melendez.
Yeah, contested, but we should never have R.J. on him.
Now Josh Hubbard, left wing, kicks it over to R.J. Melendez. Now top of the key, Claudell Harris for a three-pointer. Booyah! He blows a kiss over to the sidelines. And Claudell Harris starting off strong here in the second half.
That's exactly what we wanted to see. Someone else other than... Big steal.
Mark Sears, deflected, stolen by Cam Matthews, goes up for a layup and is fouled by Youngblood. Matthews slow to get up. Matthews will have 2 shots, and boy, Charlie, an and one right there would have done wonders for this crowd.
Yeah, well, I would have liked to have seen Cam Gopin try and dunk that. He knew the defender was behind him, and he went up a little, not as strong as Cam Matthews typically does, and it allowed him to get up there and affect the shot, and now he's got to earn these, and he's not known to be the best free throw shooter.
So now Cam Matthews gets set, and the first one rattles out.
But a great start. Someone other than Josh Hubbard making a shot was huge. Claudell, big-time 3, a steal from Cam. And let's see him make one of these, bring it back within 3.
And Matthews misses the first, connects on the second. So now that makes it a 3-point lead for Alabama, 46-43. And Mark Sears, only 5 points in this game, takes it down the court. Kicks it over to Grant Nelson for the corner three-pointer. Miss off the mark. Rebound, Alabama. Stolen by Claudell Harris. Now on the fast break. Top of the key to Matthews. Hubbard going to take a three-pointer. Off the mark. Rebound, Alabama.
Good
Mark
shot.
Sears on the fast break.
Good shot. It'll fall. We're not worried about that. Defense looks better.
So now Sears wraps around the screen. Finds Stevenson. Stevenson trying to wrap around for the reverse. Contested by Matthews. Now Mississippi State with the rebound.
We're starting to rebound much better. Jan's definitely made that an important thing in the locker room to get the rebounds and get down the court.
So now Matthews at the top of the key, guarded by Stevenson. So now Claudell Harris going to try another three-pointer. Off the left edge of the rim, rebound Alabama. Now Mark Sears on the fast break. He's going to take a screen from Amari. And great defense by Nwoku on the steal. Tries to find his dribble, finds Melendez. Now, corner 3 to Harris, top to Melendez off the mark. Now, Mark Sears on the fast break. 18 minutes to go here in the second, 46-43. Now, Stevenson in the corner, fouled by Melendez. That's going to be a blocking foul, and the first foul for the Bulldogs here in the second half.
Yeah, 3 straight open looks from Hub, Claudell, and RJ, all 3 off the mark. We can't be upset with that. Those shots are going to fall. But on the other end, that's just a silly foul. No reason to foul him there in the corner.
So RJ Melendez gets caught lacking on defense and gets called for the foul. So now sideline out of bounds, Youngblood to inbound. Youngblood finds Holloway, guarded by Hubbard on the left wing. Holloway finds Amari in the low post, throws up a prayer and gets fouled by Nwoku.
And Sears didn't even have the ball there, but the importance of what he can do is incredible. Right there, comes around, and the ball fake from Clifford there, and then he gets the drive and gets the foul and gets to the line, all because the threat of Sears with that 3 ball.
And first free throw for Clifford Amari is nothing but net.
State started out hot here, got 3 straight turnovers from Bama, but could not capitalize on any of the 3 with 3 missed threes, but still a 5-point game, still a lot of ball game left.
So Amari goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Now Hubbard right wing. Back up top to Matthews. Matthews, a swing pass down low to Melendez. No foul called on the low block. Melendez goes up and is blocked by Amari. Sent out of bounds.
Yeah, RJ forced that one bad. He thought he got fouled, and so then he wanted to muscle up or something, I guess, and should have never have taken that shot. An easy block. Ball retained, though. Let's get a good shot here.
So now 15 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound underneath the basket. Corner into Claudel Harris. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Nwoko at the top of the key. Nwoko finds Hubbard. Dribble handoff. Hubbard thought about a three. Drives inside the lane. Right-handed layup. Off the glass and in. Great layup by Hubbard.
Hub's been making that one all game long. It's been so pretty to see the quick little up and under finish.
Phylon swings over to Holloway on the right wing. Holloway takes a screen from Nelson. Swings over to Phylon. Back at the top to Holloway. Holloway, step back three-pointer. Boom. What a three-pointer from Holloway. A step back in between the legs and drills it. 51-45 Alabama. A 6-point lead for the Crimson Tide. A floater from Hubbard and is fouled on that shot. So now Hubbard able to find the line and is known for his excellent free throw shooting ability this season.
Yeah, and hasn't this been the story all game long? Mississippi State gets a big-time bucket, and right on the other end, Bama quickly silences the crowd, and especially with a shot like that, a step-back three over Cam Matthews. Big-time bucket for Bama. They've done it all game long. They have kept the crowd completely out of it.
And so Hubbard, with his first free throw, knocks it down. Makes it 46-51. So now Josh Hubbard gets set for the second. And nothing but nylon for the second. So 16:45 to go here in the second half. 51-47. Alabama on top of the Bulldogs. Mark Sears guarded by Matthews. Now top of the key. Holloway in the right corner. Double team by Kugel and Murphy. Now back top of the key to Amari. Now stolen by Kugel. Kugel on the fast break. Takes the contact. Goes up. Stolen by Amari. Now fast break. Alabama possession. Holloway right wing. Missed opportunity for the Bulldogs. Mark Sears going to take a three-pointer. And I don't know how he just made that three-pointer with Riley Kugel, rather, all in his grill. So now Hubbard swings over. RJ Melendez, corner three, off the front iron. Rebound, Murphy goes up with the layup and is fouled by Amari.
Yeah, this is kind of sloppy here from State, if I'm being honest. There's been 4 turnovers for Alabama, and Mississippi State has come away with 0 points on 4 turnovers, which is unacceptable. We've got to capitalize on these. Bama has given us every bit of opportunity to get back in this game and take the lead. And then Mark Sears somehow makes a three with Kugel in his grill. And, man, RJ Melendez has, talking about, Josh Hubbard being in a slump, RJ has found himself in one. These last 3 games has kind of been nowhere to be seen from a scoring aspect. 1 for 6, 0 for 3 from three-point land for Melendez. He's got to find a rhythm here. He is someone that can change the game for State if he's on.
Yes, we've seen sparks of RJ Melendez scoring ability, and that a lot of that comes on the defensive side of the ball with fast break points and having the ability to knock down wide open three-pointers in the corner when given the opportunity. But the past few games, that has just not been the story for RJ Melendez, and that's exactly the type of spark that the Bulldogs need. They need that third guy to step up. They're going to have Hubbard or Kugel or Claudel Harris, but they need that one extra guy who's going to be the guy that steps up for Mississippi State tonight.
Yeah, they need someone else to help out Josh Hubbard tonight. Josh was 17. No one else has even reached double figures yet besides Hub, and so we need some help on the offensive side. Defense is playing much better. Yeah, we've seen a couple threes, one step back contested, and then another one where, he's smothered and somehow makes it. So all you can do there is just clap your hands and say good shot, because there's nothing we can really do about that. But yeah, we need to see some more offense from other people besides Hub. We saw Claudel come out early knocking down a shot, but Since then, he's been quiet. RJ's off. Cam's never really a big offensive guy, more of a facilitator and defender. But Keyshawn has been a big spark, and he's back in the game. I'd like to see him get some looks underneath. He has been fantastic all game long. And let's get him the ball and to help out Hubbard here.
Agreed. It just takes one spark from one player to get the rest of the team to giddy up and go. Well, with that, we're going to step aside, and we'll be back after this timeout. Well, actually, we're not going to go anywhere because this timeout has just ended on the floor. So, Mississippi State now with 5 players on the floor. Riley Kugel, Sean Jones Jr., Cam Matthews, Keyshawn Murphy, and Josh Hubbard. So, Keyshawn Murphy was fouled right before the media timeout, and he will have 2 shots at the line.
I'm really hoping the State team doesn't think they're out of it. They're down 7, potentially could be down 5 here with 2 made free throws, but they're a couple stops away and capitalizing out these turnovers from switching this game around.
And Murphy drills the first. Now makes it 48-54.
I mean, not to mention, Alabama has jacked up 2 contested threes and made them. If those 2 shots don't fall, Mississippi State, it's a tie ball game right now.
So now the second one off the mark. Mississippi State switching to the 2-2-1 press. Now back in the man defense. Now a big long three-pointer from Holloway, and buries it.
And this is what I feared coming out of the half, is just a barrage of threes coming out from Bama, and this is what they're doing right now.
Now Hubbard drives baseline floater off the glass. Matthews gets the rebound, unable to connect on the putback layup. Now Mark Sears on the fast break, guarded by Kugel, drives inside. Tough layup blocked by Kugel, gets his own rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Crimson Tide. So now Holloway, top of the key, guarded by Matthews. 10 seconds on the shot clock, inside to Nelson. Nelson trying to find the open man, 5 on the shot clock. Inside to Stevenson, blocked by Matthews, and stolen by the Bulldogs. Mississippi State now on the fast break. Bulldogs moving left to right, finds Murphy inside, wide open layup for the slam dunk. Keyshawn Murphy.
There we go. Get the crowd into it. Come on. One stop at a time. Is a great last possession. We've got to get a stop here. Bama's always answered after a big bucket.
So now Holloway at the mid-range. Kicks it over to Reed. Reed in the corner, guarded by Sean Jones Jr. And Reed has nothing to do but to throw it off the legs of Sean Jones.
Smart play there. Sean Jones all over him. Tipped the ball away a couple times, and he knew that if he stayed in that corner any longer, that ball would have been ours. So a heads-up play there to retain possession.
14-34. Alabama up by 7. 57-50 over the Bulldogs right now. It'll be Holloway to inbound on the left corner. Sideline for Alabama. Inbound pass to Grant Nelson. Nelson guarded by Murphy. Nelson going to drive inside the lane. Pump fakes. Blocked by Matthews. Kicks out. Got the rebound to Mark Sears. Mark Sears going to drive baseline. Guarded by Sean Jones. Throws up a prayer and buries it. What a shot with the left-handed long floater from Mark Sears. So now Josh Hubbard takes the screen. Guarded by Nelson. Kicks it over to Matthews. Matthews. Right wing. Matthews takes the screen from Murphy. Bounce pass to Hubbard. Hubbard with a three-pointer. Boom! Josh Hubbard with a three-pointer.
Big time 3. We need a stop. We have failed to get one after bucket. I feel like this is a must stop for State.
Josh Hubbard with 20 points. Sears inside the paint. Throws up a prayer and is fouled.
And when he's taking a crazy shot like that, we don't need to foul him. He's already fading backwards, got 2 guys on him, and we just bail him out with a foul. And Mark Sears is a great free throw shooter. And so right there, I would have loved to have seen him just let him shoot that. If he makes it, he makes it, but don't bail him out and give him 2 free throws.
59-53, Alabama, a 6-point lead over Mississippi State with 13:47 to go here in the second half. Mark Sears with 2 shots at the line after the shooting foul. Sears knocks down the first shot.
And Bama has done an unbelievable job at keeping this crowd quiet. Every time State gets a big bucket, Bama goes right back down the floor and makes another one.
Mississippi State scores. Alabama is very quick to get the ball in. And Mississippi State is sitting on their heels a lot of the time. So Josh Hubbard now at the top of the key, guarded by Holloway. A pass over to Matthews. Nearly went out of bounds. Takes a screen from Murphy. Drives inside the lane. Kicks outside to Murphy. Murphy thought about a three. A Euro step from Murphy. And buries the floater with the right hand.
I've been saying Keyshawn is so good at finding and creating his own shot. We've got to keep getting him the ball to offset what Hub's doing.
Inside to Reed, a lob pass. Off the mark, rebound Mississippi State. Riley Kugel on the fast break. Kicks over to Hubbard with the corner three. Knocks it down, Josh Hubbard. 23 points. Mark Sears.
There we go.
Stolen by Mississippi State. Riley Kugel on the fast break. He slows it down. He's going to kick it out. Finds a wide open Keyshawn Murphy with the slam. And the Bulldogs are back down by 1 point, 61-60. And this crowd is electric tonight.
This is what we needed, a stop and a score, stop and a score.
Mark Sears kicks out to Nelson. Nelson back out to Holloway. Holloway, right wing, drives baseline, floater, and connects on the floater. Inbound to Hubbard. 63-60, Alabama on top. Swing pass over to Murphy. Murphy guarded by Sears. The mismatch, unable to handle the ball right there. Ball goes out of bounds on Mississippi State. Charlie, a missed opportunity right there with arguably the biggest mismatch on the court.
Yeah, it was a great run from State, and like I said, we needed to get the crowd into it, and that's what we did. A score and a stop, a score and a stop, but right there, had the big mismatch, but it was evident Keyshawn's tired. He's subbing out now. Had the mismatch, but just a little lazy with this dribble. And Josh is calling for the crowd to get loud.
And this crowd's on their feet. 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Mark Sears at the top of the key, guarded by Harris. Swing pass over to Reed. Sears in the corner, double teamed with the trap. And a timeout called by Alabama.
And here we go, baby. The crowd's into it now. It's a ball game now. We're back.
And
down 7.
Charlie, this may be a night game. It may be 9:30 at night, but I've never seen a crowd so awake in my life.
Yeah, these guys are active. They've been waiting for it all game long. I've been saying it. Bama has kept them in check, has prevented them from getting loud. And finally, the first run of the game for State, really. The first time we've ever gone on a run this whole game. And the crowd has just been waiting for it, and now they're electric. And hopefully State can keep this going and get this lead.
Yes, Mississippi State has made 5 out of the last 5 baskets. Looking to keep up this momentum. And we're going to step aside here for a few minutes as we close out this media timeout. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. 63-60, Mississippi State down by 3 points to Alabama. And a stretch for the Bulldogs has put them back in this ball game. And for a 9:35 local time here in Starkville, Mississippi, this crowd is wide awake, and they are ready to see the end of this game.
Well, State 5 for 5, their last 5 field goals. They're on fire, defensively looking much better. We got to get a stop here, keep this crowd in it.
Inbound underneath the basket, Amari kicks out to Youngblood. Youngblood guarded by Kugel. Kicks outside to Amari. Pick and roll, tosses over, a rebound from Diabate, goes up and is fouled. And it looked like it was nearly a over the back, not called on Alabama, but nonetheless, a foul called on Mississippi State at the end of that play.
And is this a review? I'm confused as to why there's another timeout. Maybe someone called it, but the replay there shows like it's definitely a flop, but definitely a little bit of contact as well, so it could have gone either way, but he definitely sold it and got the call he needed. But another unlucky bounce off the rim, went really, really high off the rim, so allowed him to get a running start and get that. 2 free throws coming up. I'm trying to see here.
It'll be Muhammad Diabate with the 2 shots at the line.
1 for 2 on the day, 50% from the line. So
only one point to show for tonight. Showed out against the LSU Tigers with 14 points and 6 rebounds off the bench. Like we talked about earlier, this is a team that has a lot of depth, and these guys can play. They can show up at any moment in time for the Crimson Tide. And not to mention, a lot of these guys are young. A lot of these guys are freshmen and sophomores. A few guys that are graduates that have been leaders here on this team, but a lot of guys are young that are going to be able to lead this team afterwards.
Absolutely.
And speaking of leaders, we've got Quindary Witherspoon in the house tonight. He was just recognized here in the Humphrey Coliseum, NBA champion for the Golden State Warriors and a star for the Bulldogs in the early 2017 range for Mississippi State. Him and his brother played for the Bulldogs, and they have definitely shown out and been a great representation for the program.
Coming out of this break, I'm sure Jans drew up a play to hopefully get the ball in either Keyshawn if he's in, which I don't believe he is, but so then it's going to be in Hub's hands. Try and get him an open look. He's been on fire. This is his first game in a while where we have seen him shoot so confidently. 23 points, 5 of 11 from three-point lane, 8 of 17. This is exactly what we've been missing from Hub and what we have currently, and now we just need some stops because surely we don't lose the game where Hub is back.
Yeah, when Hubbard shoots the ball well, it does so much more for the team. A lot more open shots. The ball is able to be worked around across the perimeter. So now Muhammad Diabate drills the first free throw. He'll get set for the second. 64-60. Alabama with a 4-point lead. Diabate's second shot is off the mark. Rebound, Mississippi State. So now Claudel Harris kicks over to Matthews. Back to Claudel on the right wing. Finds Hubbard at the top of the key. Hubbard going to drive left wing. Finds Nwoku at the top. Hubbard step back, long 2. Bottoms out. What a shot from Hubbard.
Man, he's feeling it right now. I mean, he is confident. He's shooting anything he wants, and he's liking it. Back within 2. Get a stop here.
So now Diabate in the right corner. Backing down Matthews. Trapped. Gets his own rebound after the layup. Rebound Mississippi State. Now Cam Matthews on the fast break. Kicks over to Hubbard. Hubbard's going to take a three-pointer off the front iron. Rebound, Alabama.
That's a shot I would have liked to have seen Hub hold on to. A chance to tie. Kind of forced one there. It's all right.
So now top of the key with Holloway. 18 on the shot clock. Mark Sears drives inside the lane. Right-handed layup off the mark. Rebound, Alabama. And a timeout called after the rebound from Amari.
And I'm okay with a timeout call there, man. They're wasting a lot of timeouts, assuming this game isn't going to be close or something. They're down to one timeout left. I don't know about that. Would have had a jump ball and would have retained possession, mind you. But instead, they waste a timeout there. Have one left for the rest of the game.
Yeah, not the smartest call for Nate Oates. Here with Alabama, it's going to be coming down to the wire. One timeout left with 10.5 to go here in this ball game. It's going to be a dogfight. And Chris Jans, the dentist, he's going to find his way to doctor his way around this.
And, man, the defense has stepped up the second half. We were saying it, John Wesley, there was so many issues on the defensive side. Wide open threes, wide open layups, offensive rebounding. And yes, they gave up an offensive board there, but other than that, it's been very clean, limiting to one shot. They've had to work for everything. There hasn't been any easy buckets the second half. Everything that Alabama's made has been good and contested. And so Jans definitely preached that in the locker room, and we've seen the results. And that's the key reason we're back in this game.
So now inbound underneath the basket, it'll be Youngblood with Michael Nwoko to inbound. And now Youngblood inbounds to Diabate. Kicks out to Youngblood for a three-pointer. Ricochets off the rim. Rebound Mississippi State. So now Claudel Harris on the left wing. Kicks up top to Matthews. Swings over to Hubbard. Hubbard steps back. Drives inside the lane. A floater. And finds it and is fouled. Josh Hubbard is on fire tonight. And Josh Hubbard is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, this is the Hub we saw all last season in the beginning of this season. Getting to his spot and taking whatever he wants. I mean, he's 5'9", 5'10" maybe, and that's a floater over three guys with contact, knocks it down and the foul. This is the Josh Hubbard we're used to. 27 points, shooting 50% from the field, 5 of 12 from three. There's no stopping him right now.
Josh Hubbard with that floater ties up this ball game 64-64, and with the free throw to take a 1-point lead. Hubbard gets set, and nothing but 9-line. 65-64, 10-14 to go. And this crowd is on their feet.
This crowd is the loudest it's been all game long. We finally have the lead back.
Mark Sears at the top of the key, guarded by Kugel. Doesn't take the screen from Nelson. Diabate in the right corner. Drives baseline, trapped. Top of the key to Youngblood. Swings over to Sears. Sears for a three-pointer and knocks it down.
And yeah, you can't leave the best point guard in the nation wide open for three. He's not going to miss that. Big-time bucket to regain the lead.
Big shot from Sears now with 15 points. Now Hubbard drives inside the lane. Pump fakes. Throws up to Claudel Harris. Back in the corner. 9.5 to go. Back at the top to Nwoko. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nwoko finds Hubbard. Hubbard hides around the screen. Gonna take a three-pointer. And drills it! Josh Hubbard with 30 points! Oh my goodness! 31 points and 9 minutes left to go here in the second half. Josh Hubbard with the big three to take the lead, 68-67. Mark Sears drives inside the lane, kicks to Youngblood in the corner, trapped, and that ball goes out of bounds. Possession, Alabama. It'll be a sideline out of bounds near the left corner. (68-67) Mississippi State. A 1-point lead with 9 minutes to go in the second half. Mississippi State with 3 timeouts left, 1 timeout only for Alabama. Josh Hubbard with another big three to take the lead. Now inbound Alabama. Grant Nelson guarded by Michael Nwoko. Trying to find Sears. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Nelson going to throw up a three-pointer. That's short. Rebound, Mississippi State.
Heat check here from Hub. Here it comes.
Josh Hubbard, left wing. Kicks over to Claudel Harris. Harris drives inside the lane. Mid-range fadeaway. Drills it. Claudel Harris. 8 points tonight for the Bulldogs.
This is what we love to see from State. It's just getting to a spot and knocking it down. Beautiful move from Claudel. And this defense is active now. They want it bad.
70-67. Corner three for Youngblood. Drills it. And another three responded from Alabama. A tie ball game. 70-70. 8-10 left here in the second half.
Man, Youngblood's having a heck of a game. 15 points, 5 of 7 from three-point land. He's been feeling it all game long. He's been the guy keeping them in this game. Every single time they need a big bucket, he's the one to make it. Him and Mark Sears have been a problem all game long for State.
And just when Mississippi State inches forward, Alabama inches right back with the response. So now Riley Kugel, left wing, takes a screen from Michael Nwoku, a wide open dunk! Michael Nwoku slams it down with two hands, 72-70. 7:45 to go in the second half. Swing pass, now Feinlon, left wing. Feinlon guarded by Hubbard. 15 on the shot clock, Youngblood. Top of the key to Sears. Sears, pump fake drives, and a foul called on the floor. It'll be a foul called on Riley Kugel on the floor with 11 seconds on the shot clock.
And I'm not sure if I like that call. I'm watching the replay on the board. It looks like he slipped. And yes, Kugel body was on him, but there was no forcible contact, nothing crazy. Looked like a slip to me, John Wesley, and I think they got away with one there.
Well, you heard it first from Charlie Curley. Alabama gets away with a foul. Mississippi State still with the lead, 72-70. We're going to step aside here, and we'll be back after the timeout. You're listening to Mississippi State basketball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. "31 points for Josh Hubbard, ladies and gentlemen. He has been the spark that Mississippi State has needed. We always knew that he had it in him, but 18 points alone in the second half has been what the Bulldogs needed to put themselves ahead now, 72-70 over the Alabama Crimson Tide. the number 5 team in the nation. So now 7 minutes and 33 seconds here in the second half. Mississippi State up by 2 points. And Alabama to inbound underneath the basket, left side.
Mind you, Josh Hubbard's only missed 5 minutes this whole game, and it was the 5 minutes he was hurt in the locker room. And so J-Hub has not come out for a second this entire game that he was able to play. And it doesn't even look like he's tired. And he has been massive all game long. And trust me, we're going to need him here as it gets down to the wire.
So now Kugel, Murphy, Matthews, Sean Jones, and Hubbard on the floor for the Bulldogs. Inbound pass to Amari. Now right wing to Nelson. Tried to find a back cut to Sears. Now Youngblood on the dribble handoff. Throws up a floater. And an offensive foul called on Youngblood. Extended
Absolutely.
the arm in Mississippi State possession.
Easy call there. Youngblood very clearly extended that left arm. At first, the ref took a while to distinguish that it was an offensive foul rather than a defensive. And so I thought it was going to be an N1, and this crowd would have lost their minds. But great call, obvious call. And State, another stop, another turnover for Alabama. That's 6 now in the second half alone.
Yeah, you made a great point. Youngblood made the floater with his right hand, but that was negated after the offensive foul. So now Mississippi State, Matthews at the top of the key. Hubbard at the elbow, throws up a bad shot, tries to run in and make a little floater from the elbow with 2 people on him. So now Sears finds Youngblood, left corner, guarded by Kugel. 19 on the shot clock, dribble handoff to Sears from Nelson. Sears throws up a lob and connects with Amari. Tie ball game, 72-72, 6:45 to go in the second half.
Yeah, beautiful play there from Sears. Sears has done that all game long. Got to get another bucket here, regain the lead.
So now Murphy over to Hubbard. Hubbard top of the key, finds Murphy on the high-low. Up top with an easy layup.
Man, Keyshawn Murphy creating his own shot, the little finger roll finish. He's up to 16 points, 70%.
74-72, 6.5 to go. Inside to Amari. Finds Phylon up top. Kicks over to Sears. Sears driving inside the lane on Sean Jones. Kicks out to Youngblood for the deep three-pointer and drills it. Youngblood once again is hot. Youngblood with 18 points leading the way for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, 6 of 8 from three-point land. He has been on fire.
Inside to Kugel. Guarded by Phylon. Kicks out to Murphy. Now Hubbard in the corner, drives baseline, throws up a layup with the right hand and knocks it down. 60, 76, 75, and a timeout taken on the floor.
Hub up to 33 now. We regain the lead, and State's doing a lot of what Bama was doing in the first half. Bama finding a bucket, State answering quick. The roles have kind of switched up here. State down the 2 timeouts. Bama still has the 1 with 5 minutes left. I'm liking where State's at right now. I'm liking the vibe and the feel of this game. We're finding whatever shot we want right now. And Bama's having to work for theirs, and they're ended up making deep threes and taking contested shots at the end of the shot clock. And so those shots won't always fall, and we have a consistent offense going. But, man, Youngblood, John Wesley, he is something else right now.
And I like the call from Chris Jans to take the timeout, a quick timeout, but it slows the game down. It prevents Alabama from putting together another quick possession. And, Charlie, that's exactly what Mississippi State needs to do. They need to control this game as much as possible and limit Alabama from taking quick buckets.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the timeout call. He had 3 with 5 minutes left. Hold on to 2 for the rest of the way. Love the call to settle down this defense and get them set up, because what's been killing us all game is we get a bucket and quickly Mark Sears gets down the court and gets another quick bucket. And so love the call here. Now let's get another stop and extend this lead.
So the fans are on their feet here with just under 6 minutes to go. Inbound pass to Phylon. Phylon, right wing, sends it over to Diabate, guarded by Matthews. Up top, now to Nelson. Nelson dribbles inside the paint, throws up a floater, rebound Alabama, and Diabate goes back up with a layup.
Yeah, Nelson tried to throw an alley-oop, and was not ready for it, went off the back, and then a rebound in the putback.
77-76, Alabama up by 1. And a foul called on the floor on Diabate. And Mississippi State will take a foul like that any day. That's 6 fouls so far for Alabama. Just one more foul puts them in the bonus. So now Sean Jones to inbound to Hubbard. 18 on the shot clock. Takes a screen from Matthews and Nwoku. A right wing three-pointer from Hubbard off the back iron. Rebound, Sean Jones Jr. 5 minutes left in the game, 15 on the shot clock. Matthews takes a screen from Nwoku. Now Matthews right wing. Sends it back to Nwoku. Takes a screen. Hubbard. Hubbard with 3 seconds. Takes a long three-pointer from the logo. Rebound Mississippi State back in the hands of Matthews. Sean Jones Jr. corner 3 off the back iron. Another offensive rebound. Michael Nwoku nearly fouled, goes up and is fouled by Grant Nelson.
Wow, Nwoku would not stop fighting for rebounds. That's 2 offensive rebounds in that possession alone. Sean Jones with a big one. Hub with the logo 3 nearly drops. His wing 3 nearly drops. Sean Jones 3 nearly drops. 3 missed opportunities, but now we get free throws with a chance to take the lead.
So Mississippi State finally starting to get some more offensive rebounds. Unable to connect on a basket, but nonetheless, Michael Nwoku gets a rebound, goes up strong, and gets granted with 2 shots.
There's some discussion here on the Alabama side about what to do. Oh, they subbed out too early. Have to wait for that first free throw to knock down. Looks like Kugel's going to come in as well, I'm assuming for Sean Jones. But we'll see. Maybe even Claudel. I'd like to keep Sean in for the defensive purposes, but who knows what Jans has up his sleeve.
Michael Nwoku connects on the first one. Bounced off of the back of the rim and just found its way down to the bottom of the basket.
Kugel checks in for Sean Jones. Sean Jones has had a great game. He's not an offensive player. He's not going to score very many points, but it's his defensive presence that is so needed on this team.
Nwoku unable to connect on the second one. A tie ball game, 77-77. 4.5 to go. Now Philon, top of the key, guarded by Hubbard. 18 on the shot clock. Now top of the key, Philon swings over to Youngblood for a right wing 3. And Youngblood once again drills another three-pointer. Youngblood now with 21 points.
Yeah, Kugel and Hub tried to switch, and too late, wide open, knocks it down.
Top of the key now to Matthews. Hubbard off the screen, drives inside the paint, left-handed layup, connects, and is fouled. A three-point play coming up for Josh Hubbard. Josh Hubbard now with 35 points and a chance to tie up this game.
Yeah, I mean, Hub is something special tonight. He has struggled to make those contested layups all season long, even when he wasn't struggling to make the threes. But tonight, everything's going. 35 with a chance to get to 36 points here and tie up this game. But, man, we have got to figure out how to stop Youngblood. 7 of 9 from 3, 21 points. All of his buckets from the three-point line. Just 7 threes, 21 points. We have got to contest. That right there, that was a complete mistake from State. Tried to switch because Hub was on Nelson, which is a big-time mismatch. They tried to swap, and the second they tried to make that switch, it was a dump off to Youngblood, and he was uncontested.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Contest, contest, contest. That's the answer for the Bulldogs on the defensive side of the ball if they are going to want to close out this game with a victory. Down by 1 point, a free throw from Hubbard would tie this game at 80 apiece. So a second half performance from Hubbard. Hubbard over 20 points here in the second half. Sitting at 22 points here in the second half. 8 for 14 from the field. Three three-pointers. And it has just been a dominant performance. This may go down as one of the best games from Josh Hubbard here on the collegiate level. And we're witnessing it live here in the Humphrey Coliseum. And we knew that Josh Hubbard had some scoring droughts here in the past few games, but we just knew that if he could get behind this crowd here in the Humphrey Coliseum and he could just build that confidence back up, that he would be able to thrive. And that's exactly what's happened tonight.
Yeah, the crowd has really helped him out, but especially after that practice yesterday, reports of him having one of the best practices of his career, and then it turning out to today where he's on fire and in front of this crowd, and it's picture perfect, and we've got to come away with a win here. We cannot leave a minimum 35.9 from Hub with a loss. And so we've got to clean this up here, lock in the defense, keep the offense rolling, and we're going to pull this thing out.
No doubt about it. The fans have their camera flashlights on, and everybody is still wide awake. 10:01 local time here in Starkville, Mississippi, and everybody has stayed here inside the Coliseum, ready to watch this top 15 matchup between these two great teams. The shortest distance between two SEC schools, closer from Mississippi State and Ole Miss, only an hour away from Tuscaloosa. So Josh Hubbard gets set, knocks down the free throw, ties this ball game up at 80 apiece.
Up to 36 on the night as well.
36 points for Josh Hubbard. Hubbard guarding Holloway at the top of the key. Now Grant Nelson with the ball, dribble handoff, tries to dribble handoff to Sears, finds a pass to Holloway. Holloway driving baseline, finds Youngblood for another wide open three-pointer, off the mark, rebound Mississippi State.
Yeah, we're not going to let him get an open one like that again. He'll knock it down. We've got to contest that.
3.5 to go. 80 all. Handoff pass to Claudel Harris, back up top of the key to Keyshawn Murphy. Now Cam Matthews, dribble handoff to Kugel. Kugel thought about a three, guarded by Youngblood. Kugel stops in his tracks, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Keyshawn Murphy has to pull up a three-pointer, off the mark, rebound Grant Nelson. Alabama moving right to left. Sears drives inside the lane, and a jump ball called. Mark Sears drives inside the lane, but Cam Matthews able to get his big paws on it, and a jump ball.
State ball as well, more importantly.
A huge call right there. Could have very easily been called a foul call, but nonetheless, Mississippi State with possession. Now Josh Hubbard walks the ball up the middle of the court. Josh Hubbard guarded by Youngblood, the two top scorers of tonight. Now Kugel, left wing. Kugel going to drive middle inside the lane. Deflected off the hands of Sears. Now a fast break for Alabama. Holloway drives baseline, guarded by Murphy.
Youngblood's in the corner. We got to contest that.
Swings over to Sears. Sears, Nelson going to take a corner three-pointer. Wide open, zero contest from Cam Matthews.
Cam Matthews just stood there and let him shoot it. They've been making him all night, and just zero contest from Cam. Just let him take it.
83-80, 2:15 to go here in this ball game. Keyshawn Murphy at the top of the key. Handoff to Hubbard. Hubbard guarded by Amari. Hubbard with the floater. Bottoms out. 82-83. Bulldogs down by 1. 2 minutes to go here in this ball game. Mark Sears dribbles at the top of the key, guarded by Claudel Harris. The fans are on their feet and cheering very loud. Swing pass over. Out of bounds. Alabama, Mississippi State ball.
And Mark Sears is trying to say it was tipped. He may have some validity. They want him to review it. And they're going to get it. It's under 2 minutes, so they do get to review it. But, man, this is going to be a big call.
Call on the floor is out of bounds, Alabama. But the officials are going to take a look at this. We'll see the official review here in a few moments. Here on the big screen.
No. Didn't touch it. That's going to be state ball.
And the pass from Mark Sears It looks as if Riley Kugel put his hand up and tried to deflect it, but it missed. So I don't think this call will be overturned at all in the slightest. I think this is Mississippi State ball all the way.
I agree. And they've already done reviewing. It's going to be State ball. Well, let's go get a bucket and regain this lead. And then on defense, let's contest. Even if it's Grant Nelson, who hasn't, I believe it was the first 3 of the game. Yeah, it was. We have got, 1 for 5. It's his first one of the game. But we can't have Cam Matthews just standing there looking at him. You got to contest it. With how well their whole team's been shooting the 3-ball tonight, 48% from three-point land, you've got to put a hand up. You've got to contest. Make them make a contested shot.
Minute 50 to go here in this ball game. Everybody is on their feet. Josh Hubbard, guarded by Youngblood, takes a screen from Keyshawn Murphy. Now Hubbard, top of the key, swings over to Kugel. 18 on the shot clock. Kugel drives inside the middle of the lane, spin move, nearly traveled. Ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Alabama. So to be Mississippi State ball, out of bounds underneath the basket with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
They have a guy just mirroring Hubbard. Wherever he's going, they're following. It's making it really hard for him to create a shot, especially around the perimeter right now. I'd like to see how Jans works around that.
So inbound pass to Claudel Harris. Hubbard fighting off a screen. He's going to drive inside the lane. Another floater attempt off the mark. Rebound Murphy. And Alabama comes away with the ball.
Murphy almost had it. He's pawed away.
Under a minute and a half. Alabama up by 1 point. A huge possession here for Alabama. Mark Sears at the top of the key, guarded by Claudel Harris. Takes a screen from Amari. He's going to drive left side, guarded by Claudel. Throws up a floater and knocks it down.
Big time bucket.
Alabama up by 3, under a minute. Hubbard, left wing. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Hubbard, pick and roll to Keyshawn Murphy with the floater and drills it. Bulldogs down by 1 point with 48 seconds to go here in the second half.
Man, this is going to come down to the wire. Good timeout there from State. Get the defense set. Down 1. We cannot give up a three-pointer. We got to contest. Youngblood and Sears and Nelson. All these guys have been making them all night long. We've got to contest. A 2. We don't want to give any bucket, obviously, but a 2's okay. We'll survive with a 2 because that means we can still tie this game, but a 3 is a dagger. And
no doubt about it. Charlie, this is every bit of a nail-biter here tonight.
This is what we wanted. We wanted a close game. We wanted a hard-fought one, and we've got it. And if we can get one stop, this defense has struggled to get a stop all night long, but if we get one stop here, we get the ball in J-Hub's hands with a chance to win it. And I like our odds there, especially with J-Hub. I believe a career high tonight with 38. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 38 is the career high now for Josh Hubbard.
If it's not a career high, it's definitely tied. I've definitely seen Hubbard put up some elite numbers before, and this is second to none. I do not believe Hubbard has reached the 40-point mark in collegiate play, but we have seen him do it plenty of times. 2 hours down the road at Madison Ridgeland Academy, Josh Hubbard putting up some elite numbers tonight with 38 points and 3 assists, and played nearly every second of this ball game.
Yeah, J-Hub's career high was 32 points, so he surpassed it with 38 tonight.
Kind of shocking. I honestly thought it was more, Charlie, but 38 points nonetheless. A stellar night from Hubbard. And these fans are on their feet.
And this is a stop here. We've got to get a stop here. Contest.
48 seconds left, and Alabama to inbound. Youngblood underneath the basket. Full court press from the Bulldogs. Inbound to Grant Nelson, left side.
Got to have a body on Youngblood.
Sears at the top of the key, guarded by Sean Jones Jr., the best defender on this Bulldog squad. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. takes a screen from Grant Nelson. Sears, pick and roll to Nelson. A bad shot deflected on the layup on the pick and roll. And it was a foul called on Mississippi State.
Nelson's 1 for 1 from the line today. This is okay. We're okay with this. If he makes 2, we still get a 3 to tie. Even still, let's hope and pray for a miss of at least 1.
2 really big shots. Now for Nelson. And Nelson rattles out the first shot.
Picture perfect scenario here. Make or miss here. We have a chance to win or tie. So, State here, honestly, a good foul, especially if he misses both. It's a perfect foul. Man, my heart is pounding.
A very huge next few seconds, 24 seconds. So a Mississippi State rebound here. Mississippi State would have the final shot. And this is about as loud as you will hear it in the Humphrey Coliseum. Grant Nelson gets set for the second free throw. Tosses it up and knocks it out. Rebound, Alabama. And a foul on Mississippi State. And that is about the last thing that you could ask for. 2 missed free throws and an offensive rebound from Alabama.
Got exactly what we wanted, man. 2 missed free throws could not have been a better scenario. And what's killed us all game long is a lack of wanting to get the rebound. I mean, that was on Cam Matthews' part just lazy. No boxing out. Ran right past him and grabbed it. And Keyshawn's actually calling for a switch now. He's on the side that Cam was on to ensure this rebound gets gone in case there's a miss here. Still a 1-and-1. Still a chance for a miss and a go.
So now a 1-and-1 for Diabate, a 69% free throw shooter. A huge shot for the forward. The lefty misses the shot. Rebound, Mississippi State. 20 seconds on the game clock. Cam Matthews and Grant Nelson down on the backcourt. Pick and roll to Keyshawn Murphy. Rattles out. 10 seconds on the game clock. Throws up a prayer. A foul on the floor. And Charlie, that is about as close as it gets. A missed opportunity for Mississippi State. You hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, Keyshawn is going to be frustrated at himself. He's going to want that back. That you can't get much of a better look than that. Wide open layup. A little bit of a contest on the back, but still should have been no problem. And he just missed it. I guess a little bit of the body on the back affected the shot, but man, that would have been big time. Great possession by Hub there. They doubled him off the pick and roll. It was an easy pass over to Keyshawn. Wasn't able to finish. And now we've got to hope and pray for another miss.
So now Youngblood at the line.
Hasn't made one today.
He's got a 1-and-1. He's made a lot of shots tonight, and he drills the first shot.
Man, if that's what it's going to end up making us lose this game, that's a frustrating way to go out. Keyshawn missing the layup, but even still, we're going to have time for a shot to either win or tie, depending on how this free throw goes.
10.9 seconds left here in the second half. 1 timeout left for Chris Jans. Youngblood gets set for the second free throw. And he knocks it down. So now Alabama up by 3. Riley Kugel up across the court. Dribble handoff to Hubbard. Off the leg and out of bounds. Alabama possession.
And that's likely going to do it there. State fans are not happy. They're heading out as we speak. That is not the way you got to end this game, with a missed layup and a turnover. That is unbelievable.
And I haven't seen fans like this upset in a while. 5 seconds left here on the game clock. Mississippi State going to foul as soon as they can get it in. And a foul called on the floor on Grant Nelson. So Grant Nelson missed both free throws on the last opportunity. He'll have 2 shots at the line. 5 seconds on the game clock.
can't hear what they're chanting. They're chanting something. I'm sure it's nothing good. Got to pray for a Grant Nelson miss here and a chance to tie it up again.
And Charlie, you wonder, Chris Jans had his one timeout. You wonder what happens if, you just call a timeout once you get past court, you set up a good shot, you control the game right there, but nonetheless, Riley Kugel unable to effectively dribble handoff to Hubbard. The ball goes out of bounds off of his knee. And so now Alabama up by 3 points, 87-84. And Mississippi State has had every opportunity on the planet to put themselves in contention to win this game. And now with Grant Nelson up with 2 shots, up by 3 points, highly unlikely.
If he misses it, you got to grab the rebound and you got to go.
Another 1-and-1. Grant Nelson
and that'll do
rattles
it right there.
And that'll likely do it here for this game tonight. Grant Nelson connects the first one of the 1-and-1. Nelson gets set and misses that second one. Claudell Harris with the rebound. Takes a three-pointer off the left side, and that'll do it. Alabama takes this one 88-84 over Mississippi State. Mississippi State falls short against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Would have been a huge win for the Bulldogs squad. Another heartbreaking defeat against a top team in the nation here at home. Not exactly what you want, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, we had him where we wanted him, man. We had Grant Nelson, 2 missed free throws, and then we give up an offensive board, and that was really the game right there. We had it right where we wanted. A good foul on Grant Nelson when we were down 1. He misses both free throws, a chance to rebound the ball and go get the win. And we give up an offensive board. Then they make one free throw, miss the other, and we have another chance to go take the lead yet again. And Keyshawn Murphy misses a layup. And then we have another chance to tie the game again. And then it's a turnover off of Hubb's leg. And 3 straight opportunities to win the game. And we blew it, to be quite frank. And that's just something that we got to work on. We got to work on these late game scenarios, especially the offensive rebound. That's what hurt us this game. I think that was our ball game right there. We were out-rebounded horribly on the offensive side. And that was something we talked about earlier in the year, John Wesley, was the offensive rebound. And when we played these big SEC squads, what was it going to look like? And right there, it was total domination on that side of the ball. But hopefully this team doesn't feel discouraged. I mean, Hub played his best game of his career tonight. A lot to look forward to. We're still in it. We're still going to be a team in March Madness, and so all we can do is just take it game by game, win by win.
So Mississippi State has lost 2 games at home to 2 top 5 teams in the country. The first one being Kentucky, second one being tonight against Alabama. And since Mississippi State has won 2 games on the road, it feels as almost Mississippi State is still okay. They can still redeem themselves. But the story of the year between SEC basketball is, can you defend home court? And Mississippi State has not been able to do that against insanely tough competition, as so far as we've been able to prove that. But Mississippi State with a big test against Missouri, that'll be tough, but I think Mississippi State has got to show out against the Missouri Tigers.
Yeah, they've got to prove they can beat a ranked SEC team at home. They haven't done it yet. They've beat Pitt, a ranked Pitt at home, but they have yet to beat a ranked SEC team at home yet. And it's tough because this is meant to be where you're getting these SEC wins, right? You're meant to be losing on the road and winning at home, and State has won as many on the road as I believe as they have at home. And so they've got to find a rhythm. They've got to find a way to get these wins at home, especially these close ones. because, I mean, this game is a couple plays away from falling in our favor, and all of a sudden, we've taken down the number 4 team in the country.
Not the ideal finish, but nonetheless, the Bulldogs fall 88-84 against Alabama. That'll do it for us here at the Humphrey Coliseum alongside Charlie Curley. I'm John Wesley Cochran saying so long and good night.